Welcome to Take a Break, Take a Breath for Friday, July 9th. I'm Rick Boyer, the pastor of Prospect Presbyterian Church, and Take a Break, Take a Breath is an invitation for you to pause in your day, to stop all of the activity for just a few minutes and center yourself in God who made you and loves you and calls you by name. Each time we come together for Take a Break, Take a Breath, we take a look at a different reading from Scripture, and I've been reading my way through the Gospel of Mark. Today we are on Mark 12 to 17. In this particular reading, Jesus is questioned by the Pharisees and the Herodians who come together, and they are sent by the scribes and the priests in an effort to question him and trick him. And the question they ask is, should we pay taxes or not? Now, there's a lot invested in this. For the religious leaders of the day, there's the issue of maintaining a good relationship with the Roman Empire. For the crowds, the tax is a head tax that is very, very unpopular. So the Pharisees and the Herodians are very interested in seeing the tax paid, or at least being able to use this to go to the Roman authorities and say, this man's stirring people up. For the crowd, there is the issue of, we don't want to pay this tax. So they think they have Jesus caught in a bind. But instead, Jesus asks them to give him a Roman coin, which they produce very quickly. And he asks whose image is on it, whose head is this? And they reply, well, it's the emperor's. And the answer that Jesus gives them is, well, then give to the emperor the things that are the emperor, and to God the things that are God's. He never says pay the tax or don't pay the tax. He simply says that. And it raises questions for us about the authorities in our lives. And in July, we of course are thinking about the July 4th celebration and our national pride. But the way Jesus answers raises questions about our loyalties, and is our ultimate loyalty to our nation or to our God? And of course, for Christians, our ultimate loyalty is to our God, and we have to keep that all in context and remember all of that, especially as we live out our lives. And yet there are ways in which we owe our nation a deep debt of gratitude for the freedoms that we have, and we should, we can pay our taxes freely. At times, maybe struggle with that because of some of the things our nation does. So that's a brief reflection and overview of that. I want to focus on this text of give to the emperor the things that are the emperor's, and to God the things that are God's. And with that, I invite you to go to a quiet place if you haven't already done so. And if that quiet place is a room with a door, shut the door and settle into a comfortable chair and relax. Allow the support of that chair or whatever you are resting on to give you rest, and to let your muscles relax. On a pier near the ocean, and it's actually Thursday for me, and it's just before the Hurricane Elsa is going to come and hit us. So I invite you to settle into that place. Close your eyes, take some deep breaths, and as you do, when you breathe in the breath of God, and when you breathe out all that separates you from God. And when you breathe in the breath of life, and when you breathe out all that does not give you life. When you breathe in God's peace. And when you breathe out all of those worries and fears and anxieties and the things that do not give you peace. Keep breathing in slowly and deeply, and allow the peace and presence of God to grow in you. Maybe imagine yourself in a warm bath, and the water that is there brings relaxation and comfort to your body, allowing all of the muscles to relax. Imagine, the peace of God bringing relaxation to your arms and your hands and opening your hands. Imagine the relaxation that comes as the peace of God comes to your shoulders. Imagine as you're in that bath, the relaxation that comes to your chest as you breathe deeply and slowly, and as your heart rate slows to a nice, calm, resting rate. And imagine the peace and the calm and the relaxation that comes to your stomach. All the butterflies settle down. All the jitters are calm. Imagine the peace and the calm that comes to your back as you set down all of the burdens of the day and allow the muscles in your back to relax. Imagine the calm and the peace that comes for your legs and your feet as you let the warmth of that peace penetrate into those muscles. Imagine as you take some of that warm water and splash it on your face, the renewal that comes to your face. Your jaw is relaxed and your brow is unfurrowed, and maybe you even smile. Imagine the calm and the peace that comes to your brain as you settle into God's presence and know that God, the Creator, the one who knows you and loves you, who knows how many hairs are on your head, is present with you. Then in your mind's eye, go to a special place of peace and calm, a place where you are able to reflect and to be quiet. You're sitting there in that place, and you're thinking about all of the things that clamor for your loyalty: work, family, country, memberships, God. All of them make loyalty claims on us. As you're thinking about all of those things, you see a representative of God coming towards you. What is this person's gender? What is their voice like? What is their hair like? What is their face like? You look into their eyes and you feel loved. I'm going to give time for you and this representative of God to talk together about the loyalty claims in your life and how you can grow in your discipleship as you think about these things. then the time comes for the conversation to end. So you bring it to a close in whatever way is appropriate. And you say goodbye. And you allow that image to fade away. And you bring yourself back to the place where you are. And when you are ready, open your eyes. That's Take a Break, Take a Breath for Friday, July 9th. If you have feedback for me or want to talk or pray, send an email to rick@prospectchurch.org.